this is David for Big Bids, and in this video we're going to talk a little bit about why some of the data in TradingView may not match what you would expect. And this was something that was shared by the Pine Coders team on their Telegram. They call it the Squawk Box. If you're curious, you can find that by looking through the Pine Coders social media. You can find access to that Telegram. It's pretty easy. But what we're looking at here is something they've shared recently, which is actually really helpful, and it's really important to know this when you're trying to compare anything you're doing outside of TradingView to what's going on inside of TradingView. And also when you're working in TradingView, if you're working with these numbers that don't match exactly with what you're expecting, it can really throw you off and make you second guess yourself. Like if you're creating a calculation and the calculation is correct, but yet your numbers don't match, it can kind of drive you mad trying to think why they don't actually match what might be seen on the actual chart. But just to be clear, what you're seeing here is the question they've added, and that is, why do the OHLC, the open, high, low, and close built-in variables that you can use in Pine, why do these sometimes return different values than the ones shown on the chart? Now, in this case, it's because the data feeds contain prices that exceed the symbol's tick precision. And essentially what that means is it's more precise than the data they expect. So the example they give in just a moment is a pretty clear example, but the tick size is usually the difference between the prices in the order books, the minimum difference between the prices in the order book. So if you put an order at $1 for something, the next closest could be, $1.01. So your tick size would be 1 cent. So that's what we're talking about here. But the reason that the prices might show up differently is because maybe the exchange changed their precision and now they allow you to do like a half penny. So it's 1.005 instead of 1.01. So in that case, it would just round up on the chart and show you 1.01 instead of 1.005, which is the actual price that it traded at. Now, I've already discussed that this is because they are always rounded to the tick precision, but the built-in prices are not. They will actually give you the actual price that you're seeing from the data feed from the exchange. And this is their example here. You get a closing price of 27,491.79, which is more precise than the symbol's tick size of 0.1. And let me actually zoom in here. So the tick size is 0.1, so technically this should either be 0.7 or 0.8. So it's probably going to round up to 0.8 here, and you can see it does tell you that it will round up to 0.8, and that the built-in value when you're working with Pine is still going to be 0.79, but the chart is going to show 0.8. That's because it had to round to get you that value. Now, this is a pretty simple concept, but the reason I wanted to highlight this because it is kind of confusing when you're coding things and you can't get your numbers to match exactly. This can be a reason why. I know in the past I used to have this trouble a lot with BitMEX when I was calculating some things and comparing them from my own system versus the BitMEX data. It would be slightly different. But another thing that I wanted to share this for is because this article is really good. This is their FAQs, and I will try and link this in the description of the video. If I don't remember, please comment and let me know. But this is the FAQ and code section. You can learn a lot about their built-in variables, the functions, and just all kinds of other things in here, including some techniques such as how do I save a value or state for later use. Now this is all pretty basic things, but we've covered a lot of these in our videos already, but these are really good text-based references. Instead of having to go look at a video, you can come here and you can find some of this information pretty quickly. But if you want a video example to walk you through it and explain it, I think I do a pretty good job of explaining things to where people can understand them pretty clearly. And yeah, so I have basically the video reference for a lot of people on some of these TradingView and Pine related aspects, and there's a lot of good websites. I think Codify, Backtest Rookies. There's a couple more, and then of course you have the Pine Coders. This FAQ is pretty handy, and always there is the Pine Script reference manual, which is really helpful as well. But that's pretty much it for the actual content of this video. It's really short video, guys. There's a pretty simple concept. We're just kind of explaining something and why it happens in Pine. And I really just wanted to point out, I know it's been a little while since I've made a video. I appreciate everyone kind of hanging around and people for subscribing and staying tuned and waiting patiently for another video. I hope to have some more videos coming out soon, but I hope you all understand I do have a very busy schedule right now. We've been dealing with some illness. We didn't have COVID, thank goodness, but my children and my wife were sick, and then I was assigned some classes to teach at a community college. So I've been working to get those set up, and those take a lot of time to get set up. And once they're running, it goes a lot smoother. I have some other things going on, and my kids are starting school back this week, so it's been a very busy time for me. So I appreciate everyone being patient, just staying subscribed and following me on Twitter so you can get some updates. Now, I will say that if you do follow me on Twitter, you will get some more updates because I do post on there. It's more convenient to post something really quickly, such as some quick TA, and I've been posting some things regarding Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think a couple of altcoins as well that I've been watching. But that's going to do it for this video. If you like the information, please leave a like on the video. And while you're down there, if you like the video, I think it'd be a good idea for you to go ahead and subscribe so you can see other videos like this one. I do a lot of videos like this, including the Pine Script tutorial series, which is pretty popular here on YouTube. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you all and have a great day.